Aw, how cute! He thinks he's an Easter egg. Hey, Breadbear, you looking good. We already got Breadbear at our place, so now let's get Farfour and get the duo back together, yeah! Alright, let's take Farfour back with me. Time to go. I have Breadbear's boyfriend. Yo peeps, how's it going? My name is Really Cryptid, just thought I'd remind you, welcome back to Dayshift Phase 3. Possibly the last episode, but I don't wanna jinx it, so we'll say either the last episode or at the very least the penultimate episode. So yeah, last we left off, we did a whole bunch of stuff with the stuttery phone guy, and we also went to the flip side and such, and that was cool, so yeah. Alright, so let's check out the filing cabinet for the company records. I've been wanting to do this. Sure enough, there's a tape recorder and some old tapes in the cabinet. Ooh, the music's getting quiet for this. That usually means it's important. There's 5 marked cassette tapes. Which cassette tape will I play? Here we got Joy 1, Joy 2, Will Henry 01, Joy 3, Joy 4. Alright, let's go with Joy 1.
My lie worked.
Ooh, Henry! Okay.
William genuinely believes that undeath is a gift. Of course. When you phrase it as eternal life, it sounds appealing, even tantalizing. Even if our specimens are scarcely lucid and seemingly in tremendous agony. No, that is a fate I would rather avoid. Life is useless, even detrimental, when suffering is abundant. The ancients referred to the process of eternally living through immense suffering as hell. Years ago, I would have scorned at the concept of hell even existing. But now that I have proven the existence of incorporeal soul matter, an afterlife must exist. Where do lost souls go? What lies beyond the threshold of death? I don't know. But I aim to prove that death simply doesn't exist. This universe is critically misunderstood. Seldom is anything created, nor destroyed. Matter changes form constantly, but never ceases to exist, nor come into existence on its own. I aim to prove this with my experiments. Death is a fabrication, an archaic view of mortality based on primitive human assumptions. Matter cannot be destroyed or created anew. Any missing souls still remain within reality, in some other place, with obedient and sentient phantom beings. The barrier can be crossed and then shattered. The immortality that these spirits have is worthless. What good is living forever when air feels like it's on fire and every nerve pulses through jagged metal and crudely stitched together leather? To understand such things, one must become mechanical. Organic matter is invariably complex, but machines can be deactivated, dismantled. Organic matter cannot be shut down and restarted so easily. But a machine, in theory, should it harbor a soul, could act as the portal between our realm and beyond. Once I find out where lost souls go, I can find out where we came from. In turn, we can work backwards. We weren't created either. We merely changed as all matter does. Joyously, I unravel the myth of our creation, and this is my legacy. I will remove the shackles of mortality from humankind. I am Doctor, and I will abolish death.
Okay, Henry, but just to let you know, that whole redacting thing doesn't really work. It says your name very clearly on the top of the text box.
I will teach the world all about the joy of creation itself.
Huh. So, Henry sounds like a psychopath. I mean, we already knew he was a psychopath, but he sounds like a bit of a smarter psychopath than I thought. Alright, so that was Joy 1. What's Joy 2 all about?
On opening night, William's suit failed during a dress rehearsal. This was my own doing.
Just like he did with me that one time.
I intentionally misdesigned the spring-loaded retention locks in William's suit, knowing full well that the spring mechanisms inside the suit would fail, with him inside. He died a predictably painful death on stage, following his bow at the end of our performance. What a moron.
Don't call my sweet baby a moron.
But the end result was fascinating, and an eventuality that I had never considered. Despite steel rods piercing William's flesh and puncturing his lungs, William still walks amongst the living. At first, I considered that William may be somehow immortal, but soon enough, I noticed a minor change in his physicality. William has done something that no spirit has ever done before, to my knowledge. He has repossessed his own corpse. My original intention was to give William a nudge later down the line, and have a then freshly deceased William take the blame for the kids that we abducted. But this result is far more interesting. William seems to be utterly devoted to me. My current theory is that he repossessed his own body out of desperation. He essentially re-entered his own corpse, so he could keep going as if he never died. Most peculiar. William will stay as my partner. This development will advance my work by many months, perhaps even whole years. William's soul is both extremely unusual in the manner in which it possessed its vessel, but also in the fact that he has no idea what I've done to him, unlike the others. He will do anything that I tell him to do. He will act with complete obedience. William foolishly thinks that he has hidden this from me, but I can assure you that I can use this to my advantage. What would happen if William was to die again and repossess the same vessel? What if I were to damage his brain or remove his organs whilst he slept? Would he keep repossessing his old body just to stay with me? How far is this soul willing to go for me? How much pain will this soul endure just to stay here with me? If his soul was to pass on to the afterlife, could I trust it to come back? This may be the breakthrough that I was hoping for. My previous plan of intimidating and scaring the souls of lost children with violence and electrostatic forces was far too convoluted. William is the only test subject that I need now. The trust that William has placed in me is ill-founded. Now, my work can truly begin.
Well, that sounds like a toxic relationship. Okay, so I guess that kind of makes sense. That does kind of make sense of what William was or Dave or Will. I don't know what to call him now. What he was talking about when he said never repossess a corpse over and over again. So, yeah, I guess that happened. Um, also, I guess Dave's just been dead for a really long time? I, I guess that's new. Alright, so I think the next one is, yep, Will Henry 01.
Henry, we need to talk.
Ooh.
Do we, Willie?
Yes, we sure do. Ever since we abducted that little girl, everything here has been weird as fuck. Tables amphibian themselves, things moving. Customers here and whispers about us. About what we've done. And those robots have turned aggressive. Spring body almost bit my hand off during routine maintenance. I don't want to be inside that thing anymore. I knew that this was a bad idea. You lied to me. You took her life away, and we don't even have a third robot here. None of this was to make her more lifeline.
Yeah, you tell him, Dave.
What we've killed is our own dream.
Shush. Relax, William. I know what I'm doing. I'm working on the solution to our problems right.
What's that on your desk, Henry? It looks like a marionette.
This isn't just any marionette, Willie. This is a vessel for our little friend.
I see.
We've killed beyond our means, Willie.
You mean you killed beyond your means?
In any case, this puppet is the solution to all of our problems. The moment that dumb girl enters this puppet, she'll be stuck as a puppet. And then, she'll be our puppet, being pulled by our strings. Unable to harm us like the other two can.
Okay, what about the abductions? Freddy, Fast, and this has better looking robots, and passive bad tree children get abducted in their restaurant. 3 kids have died here. The police will...
Relax, Willie. I've pinned the 3 missing children on our missing night guard. He's lying, half dead in the back. The police will presume that he took the kids away. Poor fool probably won't even get a gravestone. The suits have been bleached. This is a minor hiccup.
What, Freddy?
I will pay a visit to Freddy's soon. Those 3 dead children will look like nothing compared to the 5 children that are going to go missing at Freddy's next week.
Henry, I don't like this.
Willie, this is our dream.
Yeah, but...
This is what we have to do. Our diner. Our family. Our dream. This is what you wanted.
Henry,
You wanted this.
Okay.
Now, go talk to the police. Make it out like that night guard was always a soulless creep. I'll finish this puppet. The clock stopped, never to go again, when the old man died.
Huh. Dave having reservations about killing kids. I never thought I'd hear it. Alright. That was interesting. Nice that we got to hear William or Dave this time. Alright, Joy 3. We got 2 left.
William has proven to be a most intriguing test subject. From my possessed animatronics, I've noticed that souls seem to be capable of retaining a limited amount of memories. Upon interacting with my victims, I realized that they seem to remember who I am, occasionally, and respond with defensive, animalistic aggression. Unfortunately, this memory doesn't seem to apply to all human behaviors, such as the ability to speak. Granted, Breadbear's lips are unable to curl into the shapes needed to imitate human speech. But William has not seen a single attempt to speak come from the animatronics during routine surveillance. Breadbear growled at him once, but that hardly counts. Thankfully, William has provided me with a way to quantifiably measure how much memory and what kinds of memory are retained in the soul. Once a month, I anesthetize William and remove one of his vital organs, or typically a portion of his brain, usually tissue from the frontal lobe, due to it being a generously accessible mass of neurological material. Surprisingly, William doesn't seem to be suffering from dementiated memory loss, but rather a shift in personality. His conscience is unburdening itself, and he has begun to ask substantially fewer questions about the ethics of our work. At any rate, at least I know a cure to William's incessant whining. I've begun to leave William alone with the animatronics at night. Unbeknownst to him, he is being recorded around the clock, allowing me to watch him from afar and without tainting my results with his sentimentality. Sometimes William speaks to himself. I'd rather not think about what he's said lately. Work continues as usual. I will make the impossible possible.
That was the saying of his circus. So wait, Dave was talking to himself, but something about it, apparently Henry didn't want to remember it, so what was Dave talking to himself about? Do you think maybe before his soul split into two parts and one of them went to the flip side, do you think maybe both halves were stuck in his body and they were conversing with one another? I don't know, something to think about. We got one tape left.
William is a useless excuse for a test subject.
You were just talking about how great he was this whole time.
His crime has burdened my analytics, and he no longer shows any rate of change, even with entire internal organs being removed. Even without a heart, he is unchanging, unyielding. I made the mistake of telling him about my deceased son, David.
Geez, who the heck was willing to get in bed with you?
And now William has run wild with the idea of replacing him, and for me to become the father that he never had. William is a monster. My monster. And I don't want him bearing my name, no less my son's. William cannot follow simple instructions, cannot control his emotions, and is too afraid to leave his own rotting vessel for even a second, even when incentivized with controlled shocks. I'm going to abandon William, leave him to mop up, back at the diner, under constant camera supervision. I need to properly gauge how he copes with abandonment. I will continue my work, and claim victims in other Freddy's locations. Just as the invasive cuckoo bird lays eggs in the nests of other birds, I shall claim victims at competing Freddy's locations, forcing them to maintain and monitor my test subjects. Another advantage of a lower density pattern of victims is their inability to gang upon me in the same place. Once enough souls are collected, I will have a substantial number of souls to produce the machine that I have hoped to build from day one. A machine that can successfully take an adult male from our realm to another, and back again. Soon, I aim to no longer be in this realm at all. Life as we know it will change, and you have me to thank for it.
Oh, he sounds like a real jerk. So wait, the machine he's talking about, is that the arcade that I have back at my place? Alright, well, I'm putting this tape recorder away. Alright, well, that was Henry's logs. Okay. Interesting. Oh, look! It's a kitty! You normally see dogs, but we haven't seen a cat yet. Aw, how cute! He thinks he's an Easter egg. See ya! That was pleasant. Let's check out this ball pit now that there's apparently a robot spider in there. Let's see. Oh, okay, I was kind of hoping that... Oh, I can get a gribber grabber. Alright. Maybe I'll want to try and get a gribber grabber and see if I can search the ball pit. Hold up, raid the prize corner. What does that mean?
Sir, what are you doing?
Matt, I own this place. I can take what I want.
No way, sir. You leave this stuff alone.
Fine, employee. I'll just get back to owning you.
Okay then.
Alright. Okay then. Alright, let's check out Breadbear on the stage. I still don't know how I managed to get him this early, but I guess I just did. Alright. Hey, Breadbear, you looking good. Yeah! Alright, I'm not gonna... what the heck, I'll do it. I yell 6 words at Breadbear. I'm sorry, Breadbear. I didn't mean to do that. Here, let me give you another wink. Yeah. You're doing the Lord's work, Breadbear. Doing the Lord's work. Hello there, pig. You kind of scared me with all that oinking. Oh dear, a swine. Begone, swine! Lest ye becometh pepperoni! Okay, that happened. Hog. Alright then. Alright, let's try searching the ball pit with the gribber grabber. Let's see what we can find out of there. Now see what delights await us inside the ball pit. Found a mysterious cassette tape. Ooh! Use a cassette tape player in the office to listen to it. Alright then. I guess I'll go listen to that then. Alright, play the found cassette tape. Alright. What we got?
My research into the invariably complex nature of incorporeal soul matter has led to a promising discovery. It would seem that souls come in 2 types. Clear souls and black souls.
Don't be racist, Henry.
Clear souls seem to act as neutral spirits. So far, every single child that has died at my hand has produced a clear, desaturated spirit. These souls are relatively weak, containing little energy when contained within a vessel, yet still containing some form of free will and control of their respective vessels. Black souls, on the other hand, appear dark, like shadows. Black souls tend to be self-expressed in hues of purple and black. These souls, from my own observations, tend to manifest from adults. The magnitude of a soul's power seems to be determined by emotion itself. Children's souls are weak for this very reason. Children, having undeveloped brains, only hold on to certain emotions upon death. Fear being the main emotion. Adults, however, have a more sophisticated emotional palette.
Huh.
Anger, lust, greed, and even envy could manifest in souls.
Ooh.
However, the most interesting emotion of all, in my observations, seems to be regret. Regret directly taints a soul, turning it charred and black.
I was thinking I was gonna hear him say, agony.
And with the darkened hue comes considerable power. While spatial manipulation and hauntings usually go hand in hand, take your common poltergeist, for example. This manipulation is usually only strong enough to raise or launch matter. However, since the strength of a soul's power to manipulate its surroundings is determined by the emotion contained within it, one could argue that if a soul were to contain an intense enough regret, why, it might be able to engage in temporal manipulation. Could a soul reverse time through a physical manifestation of its own regret? Perhaps not. But should a soul contain an intense, unyielding regret, it may be able to travel between timelines, and indeed enter the spatial vacuum between timelines. The soul's ultimate desire to turn back the clock. An interesting thought, but one sadly unrelated to my studies. Time is a merely misunderstood spatial dimension, and the discoveries I aim to make should transcend what we ought to know about space-time relativity. My research continues as normal.
Huh. Did we just get a canonical explanation for why we have save states? Six p.m. Made it through another day. Sweet. I miss the good old yay with the confetti, but the chimes are good. Finally, 6 p.m. I appreciate the fact that you started back with me today, by the way. Thanks to our joint effort, we successfully dodged the health inspector's bureaucratic wrath. Hurrah! I only did what I had to do. Well, what's done is done. Either way, our paycheck's safe now. Or as safe as your paycheck could be at any Freddy's location. And hell, today wasn't as big of a disaster as it could have been. No kids got abducted that I know of, which is always, great and all. But by the word, craziness aside, we made $248 in total today, sir. So here's your code of that. Now, I think that's all our business concluded. You're free to leave now. I can sort everything out from here. Cool beans. See you next month, employee. Yeah, I'll see you on the flip side, sir. See you on the flip side. I'll be going to a flip side that's probably different from yours. Today was a strange day. Sure enough, Dave broke into your restaurant and found you successfully. You refused Dave's offer to kidnap a child together. Thanks to your actions, today ran as smoothly as it possibly could. Say goodbye to Phony and cartwheel out of the restaurant. Yeah, cartwheel. Either way, what's done is done. Tomorrow's another day. Wait, so could I get 2 Breadbears? Nah, 2 Breadbears is too ahead of its time. We already got Breadbear at our place, so now let's get Farfour and get the duo back together. Yeah! Alright, let's take Farfour back with me. Time to go. I have Breadbear's boyfriend. Very well. What's done is done. We say goodbye to the Freddy's Colorado location for the last time and leave through the window. Tomorrow's another day. Alright then. Next up, we're going home! Oh, we're right next to the X. Perfect. Daisy, Daisy. And we are... Oh, we didn't even have me go into my house this time. Just skipped me right to this point. Okay. Withy, you've returned. I'm glad. Hello, D.
Sportsy.
Dave. Hello, Dave. Dave, it is dang good to see you, especially after I know all the crap Henry's put you through. For the second time today.
Oh, sport. I've been watching reality me, and you made the right choice today.
Yep, I know I did. Yeah. I know, I just couldn't... I know, I just couldn't take another.
I'm glad. You did the right thing, and now we can continue our work. I'll make sure to keep an eye out for any of Reality Dave's future shenanigans.
Alrighty, Dave. Thanks, Dave. The help is appreciated. So, D, how's the plane coming along? Well, Jack, Dave and I have been talking. We think that we found a potential new soul for us to free. Well, spill the beans then.
Oh, sport. Do you remember the phone face that worked at that Colorado Freddy's location that we also worked at in the late 80s?
Which one? The one in the suit or the one in the more business casual shirt? Oh, Christ. That guy. You remember him? Of course I do. He tried to frame me in a murder case. Yeah, I remember that.
Right. Were you actually guilty? Or am I remembering wrong?
In one timeline I was, and another timeline I wasn't. I mean... I don't remember. You can't remember whether you murdered 5 kids or not. Hey, it's... Okay, you really whisper real loudly, but anyways, hey, listen, it's time travel shenanigans. Henry already established that in one of his logs. By the way, Dave, we should probably get you to listen to some of those logs. I think it's really gonna open your eyes. It was the late 80s, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Okay. Well, long story short, he's here too. Wait, on the flip side?
Yeah, he's here as well. One layer down from us.
Oh, okay.
And to the flip side.
Ooh, that's a deep voice for you, Dave. Huh. So... do we want to free him?
Well, that's what we're asking you, Sportsy.
I genuinely don't know. He didn't treat us very well. I'm not sure if I think we should. He had a tough job, and he didn't ask for any of this, sure. But he took no responsibility for his issues. Just tried to sweep it all under the rug like everything was fine.
I like him. He didn't give a shit. Didn't treat me like I was subhuman.
Really? Did he not do that, Dave? I thought he did.
As far as buzzes go, he was one of the better ones I've had.
Okay, if you say so, Dave. I'm not sure if I share that sentiment, but since you clearly have a soft spot for him, I will try to share that sentiment. He was my brother Peter's old manager back when he was alive. He was a D word, I'm not denying that. But he was also hurting. Badly. Does that make what he did okay, though? Not necessarily. Are we really in this to save everyone, D? I mean, of course we are. Then we have to take this all the way. We can either stop now and pack it in, or save the unsavable. Redeem the irredeemable. This is our last shot to make the world new again. You're right, bro. No man left behind.
Hell yeah, Sportsy. We're gonna see your phone face again.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we haven't seen him since the very first game. Because the one in the second game was a different phone guy. Come on, let's take the portal down. What portal? Why, that one, of course! I hate this place so much. Like brother, like sister.
After you, Sportsy.
Alrighty, let's hop in. Oh, actually, can I talk to y'all? Well, we're both waiting. Alright. Dave, you got anything to say?
We're right behind you, Sportsy.
Alrighty, in we go! Would I like to save? Sure, Daddy. Alright, well, peeps, this episode's running a little long, so I might end it here. I guess it won't be the last episode. It's gonna be the penultimate episode, because I'm gonna be determined to finish I'm gonna have the next episode be the end. I'm determined, even if it ends up being like an hour long. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also click that bell thing to see what that does. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, peeps!